Hello, fellow captains. Time for another game commentary. This time we are playing the Tier 7 Premium Destroyer Leningrad. It's a really fun ship, and good things happens when you are a division of 3 Leningrads playing together and cooperating. So let's get started. If we take a look at the matchmaking, we have a very interesting one because it's a pure Tier 7 game, and that's highly unusual. All Tier 7s, which means we have no CV, and the enemy team only has one radar, the Atlanta. Atlanta has a very short range on his radar, so it should not be a big problem because Leningrad works best at long and medium ranges. We decide to go to D all together, see if we can make a quick cap, and if not, we can most likely take care of any DD that's there. Playing a DD division like this can be very tricky because it's not very liked by the team. But since we also have a fourth DD, we can actually go together. We don't have to split up, so it's all good, I think. The other DD in our team is going to A, so we are doing pretty good from the get-go. No lemming train, and we seem to spread out nicely. We have support, and let's see what we find in the cap. We spot the Algeria, and hopefully we can get some support by our California and York. And they seem to be responding and shooting, so let's smoke up here. And with 3 DDs we can alternate our smokes and pretty much be undetected as long as we want to. And we spot the enemy Haida, so he is gonna run for his life because he don't want to face 3 Leningrads. He cannot outgun us, all 3. So he smokes up and runs away, and we can start capping, or so I thought, but the Haida decides to block our cap. So no, too many enemy ships on this side. We will not be able to cap this quickly. It seems that the enemy team is lemming training on this side, so we need to take a step back and see what we can do. Haida actually leaves the cap, so maybe the torps forced him out. Meanwhile, we start to pound the Algeria because he has overextended himself. He should not be there, and here comes the second smoke, so I can continue shooting without being detected, and I can stay in the cap as well. But as we all know, smokes are torpedo magnets, and I cannot stay here for very long. I'm just gonna see if we can finish off that Algeria. There we go. Now it's time to evaluate what to do next. And I think it looks like Gneisenau is interested in pushing in and supporting his DD there. Fine for me. I can start farming him a little bit before he gets too close with his hydro. There's the torps, expected. I actually overstayed a little bit. I should have started to move on a little bit sooner, but hey, Torps missed, so no harm done. Farming some damage before I leave the cap. Getting a fire. Shooting Torps just to area of deny. And Hyla gets spotted again, which means we need to focus him again. I'll take out his engine and
Engine boost activated.
we all try to get rid of him. We need to get rid of him unless we will not be able to cap. I have my smoke ready, so I smoke up to be able to escape and maybe farm a little bit more before I turn back in.
Enemy battleship sighted. Smoke screen set. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Gneisenau decides, oh, not a good idea to be here, so he runs away. Our situation on this flank looks pretty good. We have good support by 2 DDs and a cruiser, and we can hold off the enemy Lemming train pretty well. On the other hand, the A side has collapsed. The A cap is kept by the enemy. We have lost our DD on that side and a cruiser as well. They are pushing heavily there and not being stopped by our team there. That's unfortunately. We are forced to let the D cap go away to the enemy as well. This means we are 200 points behind and we need to start get things going. I decide to go back in the cap, just go around the corner here and go back. Hopefully, yeah, and I tell my teammate I'm going in. The captain is following me and we will try our best to get rid of that Haida. Yoda is pretty far ahead and spotting for us on the other side. So when he pops out, yeah, he will not be able to run away. This time we need to kill him off. We cannot let him go undetected once more. And there he goes. Perfect. We are in the cap. We lose a ship, unfortunately. California goes down. So we really need to take this cap and go over to the A cap and contest that as soon as possible. We are a little bit confused at this time. What ship are in the cap currently and blocking us? Something is definitely in the smoke there. And it might be another DD here. Shooting torps into the smoke just in case he stays there and not paying attention. Oh yes, there's a DD. Let's pound him and get rid of him. Ooh, nice hit by Yoda there. And here comes Atlanta. Atlanta is pretty dangerous if he gets to farm us. But we have the support of our battleship. That devastates him. Really nice to see. This is exactly what you want from your battleships, to support you and shoot the targets that are dangerous for you as a DD. +1 to that California. Okay, now we can cap this, and Captain and I decide we head over to A cap, and Yoda will stay behind and fend off these enemy ships here, so they don't recap this. And Captain tells me, yeah, I have something on my RPF, something might be coming up the channel, so we need to be careful of that. So I'm just waiting for my speed boost to go on, so then we can speed boost over to the other side. But as it turns out, it's Yoda and me that goes over the other side instead, and Captain is staying behind. It doesn't matter. One of us stays behind and two of us go to the other side. Yeah. And the RPF has shifted, so it's absolutely someone pushing up the channel. So we need to make sure that he doesn't cap A cap. I mean B cap. Sorry for that. Yep, RPF was correct. It was the enemy Colorado going up mid, and we can just torp, and he should not be able to push in. I'm amazed that the lonely battleships thinks it's a good idea to push up mid without any kind of support. When you know the enemy team has 3 DDs left, of course someone will be here and watching the channel. But hey, not everyone thinks correctly. We can just pound that battleship and staying a little bit far away, and we should not be able to be hit. I put 2 torps in him and he floods, and he seems to not be damaged on that, so it's perma flood maybe. Unfortunately we lose our shores, and I'm a bit in trouble here because the enemy Gneiss now is pushing in, and I got too close. Need to smoke up and go undetected. But oh yeah, I took a small hit there, but it should be fine. I should be fine. I can see if I can start some fires on him.
Smoke screen set.
Yeah, I set 1 fire. I'm lucky there. Need to decide where to shoot my torps. It's tricky because he's turning. I don't know if he can complete his turn, so I try to do as widespread as I can. But he turns immediately, so I don't think I'm gonna hit anything. But fortunately I don't have to do that because I have support. Thank you very much. Again, fine to see that we have teammates that actually supports their DDs. So that saved my ass actually, so I can go back to farm the Colorado in the mid. When the Gajamada is spotted, oh, and I'm turned the wrong way, so my guns are pointed the wrong way. And there's the enemy DD that I was wondering if he was going mid or not. He make himself a very narrow target, so I have trouble to hit him with my lousy dispersion. Lucky me, I have plenty of guns and good reload, so I get a couple of hits even every now and then. He smokes up, makes us invisible, so it's perfect. We can push in, and he has no way to escape unless he goes back into the channel. Instead, he decides to get out of the smoke, and that's not a good idea when you are spotted by 2 Leningrads. You will absolutely go down. You have no chance to escape now. You made a big mistake. Bye bye. But he gets a final blow on me, setting me on fire and getting me really low. And now I have the Gajamada to face off. He could absolutely kill me, but we are 2 Leningrads, and single DD against 2 Leningrads. Oh no, you're not gonna get out alive. With that DD away, which means we,
Engine boost activated.
Leningrad Cowboys, we are the only DDs in the game. And this should now be a victory for us. I decide with so little health I cannot afford to go for the Colorado in the mid. I go for the cap and make sure that we actually win this. Captain is still holding off the enemy ships in the north. So we have plenty of time to go capping without getting contested. Let's play some music while we travel up to the cap and see what we do then. Okay, finally in the cap, and all I can do now is cap and hope that no battleship turns in here and contest us. And I really don't want to get spotted with this small amount of health. I can easily get killed by secondaries even. I actually can farm that ship a little bit more because I'm shooting on the island undetected. And he's not even looking this way, so even if I get detected and I'm too far away from the secondary, so I shouldn't be caught. And there's a capping.
Our victory is in sight.
Now it's all a cleanup crew for the win. 4 battleships, oh, 3 battleships against 3 DDs, a cruiser and 2 battleships. It's absolutely a no-win for them. It's a victory for us. Just let us see how much more we can farm. Denial of area of denial torps, just to prevent that battleship to turn into us. Use my last smoke to get some more damage. Setting a fire.
Smoke screen set.
And that's pretty much it. And let's go to the end screen and the scores. Unfortunately, I didn't break 100k mark and only 21 damage away from that. But still a very good game. Over 2000 base XP and yeah, and we really carried this game. And that's it for me, and thank you and goodbye, and see you again next time. Bye bye.